Hello, fellow hunters, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. In today's episode, we are working our way down to this waypoint here, unlocking this outpost, and then we're going to kind of try to swing around and get up to this outpost slash lookout point over here. As always, whenever we're exploring a new map, we're not really focused too much on hunting, but we will grab things as we go. So it's mostly just running to the waypoints, seeing what's there, and then if interesting animals pop up along the way that are worth taking the time to go get, we will try to do that. So yeah, we have about a half a kilometer to get over to whatever this waypoint is going to be. Unfortunately, it seems like most of them are... It seems like most of them... I don't know, I don't think we're going to get even a look at this guy, but... Not really a good specimen. If I can get him to turn. It's too high, I guess. Alright, well, there's a chance. I mean, there's a chance we got him, but he wasn't that good of a specimen, and I'm pretty sure I got him too high. I mean, he didn't even start bleeding out. We didn't see his health go down at all, so I don't know. We're going to go ahead and continue on towards our waypoint over here, then we'll swing back over to this guy and unlock the outpost over in this region. I'm really looking forward, though, to getting out of this area here and hopefully getting down into what I'm hoping are going to be slightly more flat areas. Being up here in the mountains like this is a little bit, yeah, you know, I like big flat open areas if I can get them. And there's just not that many of them in this part of the map. Well, it would be nice if I got a visual indicator of that sound, since I don't have directional audio. I continually complain about this. It's very annoying. I hear some... Oh. What was that? I hear a noise, and, you know, I guess I kind of get a direction if it's, like, it's perfectly to my left or my right. But most of the time, it's like, I don't even know where that came from, because the visual indicators just, they don't always pop up. And they really, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it until they fix it. They really need to update the code so that visual indicators appear with every single sound every single time. And if that means you might have two or three different visual indicators popping up, then so be it. A bunch of deer off in the distance there. I think they're all females. Well, there is a male. Alright, let me get close enough to this. Alright. What do we got here? Oh, a nice gold grouse. Dusky grouse. We'll go ahead and tax it because I haven't the money to do it. But I don't want to get too crazy into doing that. Alright, so as expected, that is a hunting stand. So let's go ahead and start making our way over towards this outpost over here. It's gonna be another half a kilometer. And then we'll slowly make our way over here. I'm hoping we can just run straight through here and that there's not a massive terrain block. It's hard to know, though. It's another one of the reasons why going up into the mountains kind of sucks, because, you know, if you want to go in a straight line anywhere, most of the time you cannot. That's just not how it works. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue running off towards our waypoint over here. I've been on and off with this game for quite a while just because, you know, I kind of enjoy the concept of it, and sometimes I'm actually enjoying the game, but it gets kind of like, well, there's a couple of different reasons. First and foremost, it gets, you know, I get bored with video games and I need to take a break for a while. But then the other thing is like, you know, I'm trying to make a business out of this, and if the content that I'm making isn't getting watched, then, you know, you can only, once you stop having fun with it, once you stop having fun with it, or, you know, once you're getting a little bit bored with it, it becomes harder and harder to motivate yourself to continue making content if you're not getting the benefit out of your effort. So it's just one of those things where I try to make sure that I only make content that you know, I'm enjoying, with the hope that other people will enjoy it as well. So if I'm enjoying it, I'll make. If I feel like playing and I'm enjoying it and all that stuff, I'll make it. If I don't, then if I'm not enjoying it as much as I'd like to be enjoying it, but I'm still getting a decent number of views for my, for what my channel normally does, then I'll probably continue, forcing myself to continue making that content. And then if I'm not getting views and I'm kind of bored with the game, there's gonna be a break. And that's just the way that goes. It's human nature. You do things you want to do. You don't do things you don't want to do. But you're willing to do things you don't necessarily want to do if you're going to get some kind of benefit out of doing it. That's human. That's the way we human beings work. So if you're one of those people who actually enjoys my hunting content and you wonder why it goes away, what was that? Sounded like a bear. But I didn't get any kind of a visual indicator again. It is a bear. Lost track of it. Damn it. I was hoping I was going to be able to take a shot at her, but it's fine. It is fine. Let's go ahead and run over here and grab that. So, I've always had recently, over the last few years, I've had an interest in trying to make this content creation thing something that is, sustainable and something I can do full-time for a while at least. But, YouTube is one of those things where the chances of it's like getting on television back in the day. Like, the odds that you were going to get noticed by a producer or whatever that would actually want to put you into a show or whatever, I think that because YouTube is saturated as much as it is, we're basically back to that, where the odds of you individually getting noticed enough to start making it on YouTube is very, very small, and you just have to know that going into it, and just do your best to fight through that. But at the same time, a lot of bears in this part. All right, I'm gonna see if maybe we can, because I feel like we have some elevation. We're getting a warning call. What's annoying me is that I understood getting a warning call when we were running, because we were making a lot of noise. Don't see him. Don't see him. It's entirely possible he ran off already. I would think that I would be able to see him from here by now if he was still around. But I don't see anything. Alright, yeah, I have to imagine with 3 warning calls and him not being anywhere right over here, he had to have run off already. Yeah, he had to have run off already. That's fine. We grab what we can grab, and if we can't find anything, we can't find anything. It's not that big of a deal. We do have a nice big open space here, though, so here in a second, once we get to the top of this little ridge here, we'll take a look around and see if there's anything to see. Not seeing anything in the oh, no. A Manitoban elk. He's a level 4, which means we could get a gold out of that. Let's, Huh. Wait, where'd he go? So I would like to get to the 300-meter mark if I can. Problem's going to be that there's trees in the way, so to get to him, I'm going to have to run up to this tree line here and hope that that's still far enough away from where he is that he's not going to hear me. Oh, we got ourselves a nice little need zone here. Because I'm not even going to be able to see him through that tree line. Alright, Manitoban elk need zone. So I think we should be able to run all the way up to this tree line. I think he's still another 100 or so meters beyond the trees. Run over here and see what we can see. Right, start walking a little bit because I'm not 100% sure how far away he was. But ideally, he's going to be over here somewhere. Oh, I think we might have gotten screwed by terrain. Because he's up there, and unfortunately there's a hump in the hill here, and it's in my way. So likely we're not going to be able to even get a shot at. This is why I don't like to do stalking, because this is what always ends up happening. The terrain always ends up becoming a negative factor that makes it very difficult to get a shot. So I think he's on the other side of whatever this hump is here, which you couldn't tell that was here when you were down over there. So we're wasting a bunch of time walking up this hill, and I'm probably not even going to get a really decent shot at him, just because I'm going to have to get right on top of him to be able to take a shot at him. I prefer to take long-range shots so that I cannot waste so I don't waste a bunch of time. If I miss or if I don't do it well, oh well, didn't get it, we'll move on. But when you have to get up real close, like you spend that time, and then if something goes wrong and you're not able to do what you wanted to do, then you just wasted the time, and it's really frustrating. Am I out of my mind? Okay, well, there's the female. Where's the male? Did he run off? He should have been up here. Yeah, the females are still here. But I don't want the females. I want that level 4 that I was looking at. He was up in this clearing, but as man, that sucks. Alright, well, we're gonna go back down the hill then, since I don't know where the hell he went. I'm guessing, I don't know if I ran too close or what happened, but he was laying down in that clearing there, and then by the time we got up here and started walking around, he wasn't there anymore even to be seen. I didn't get a fleeing notice or nothing. Just, nope, he's just gone. So, this is my issue with this is why I'm saying the issues with the visual indicators for sound in this game, because if I was there in person, I would have heard some kind of indication that it had run off. Like, you would have heard hoof falls and stuff like that. Like, you would have heard it. And that's why they really need to revamp the visual indicators for the sounds in this game, because we really need to have that available so we can know what's going on around us. We're not going to get the real senses that we would have if we were there in person. So we need the gamified indicators that help us to overcome the fact that we're not being able to use all of our senses while we're there. So yeah, the next thing we want to do is, oh, goodbye Canada geese. All right, so we need to get up there. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be able to. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be able to get up to that. So I think what we're going to do, since I'm going to end up having to go to this one anyway, and it's already it's still 2 kilometers away. So I think we might make this one a little bit of a shorter episode And then we'll fast travel back to this guy here, go up here, and then get that one in the next episode. So let's just go ahead and do that. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to contribute to the channel in any way, I have that thanks button, as well as PayPal and Patreon links in the description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.